Eddie Alvarez, what's happening, buddy?
What's up, Chael?
Hey, man, tell me. Let's just get right into it, because this isn't going to be a fun talk for you, man. I've been in your shoes. How is the post-fight depression going?
I'm trying to keep occupied. I was in the midst of doing a move. We're going to move right outside the. I was in the midst of moving my house, so that's keeping me occupied, keep my mind off shit. But,
yeah.
When I begin to dwell on it, it makes me sick a little bit.
I tell you, so let's back up. Let's back up a week, because, Eddie, it looked like you were having some fun, man. The press conferences were fun. You looked like $1 million. You were even starting to get under his skin. You were starting to get to Conor, man. I thought you were really flipping the script. Did you at least have some fun on fight week?
I actually, it was the best time I ever had fight week. Honestly, before we went out, even my coach, Mark Henry, our warm-ups in the locker room right before we went out to make the walk was probably the best I ever looked. Warming up for a fight, getting ready, most confident, everything. When I try to make sense of this whole damn thing, it's really awkward for me to sit back and think about it. I don't understand what went on.
Okay, so let's walk to the cage. Now, again, boom, I get to tune in there, right? Millions of people, we see you walk. And I've seen you do that walk. I know the look, man, the eye of the tiger, the eye of Eddie Alvarez. I know it, and it was there. Everything looked good. You look composed. You look like, hey, I'm going to take care of business. You look like the pressure wasn't getting to you. The fight begins. Conor comes across the ring, and he stands his ground. He did a very good job of standing his ground and stopping you from pressuring him. Is that a fair statement by me? I felt like that's what I was seeing.
Yeah, and I believe, the first minute I landed about 3 really hard. I took that he's going to stand in front of me, kind of maybe counterfight in the beginning, let him know, kind of enforce his dominance, let him know like he's going to be right there in front of me. So we did the low leg kick. Not the high one, because the high one you could still counter with that left hand of his. So I did almost like a calf, like a low leg kick, and they were successful. But I think on a third one, I might have went foot to shin, and then I had to shut it down. I couldn't throw any more of them, even though they were successful. And to be honest, like the whole plan of this whole fight. Like, if we had to sum up the plan of this fight, it was, it was go left and mostly wrestle. Not wrestle all the time, but go left, and let's mostly wrestle. Let's put him in wrestling exchanges and put him where he's uncomfortable. But I don't know if it was after I got hit that I kind of went into fight or flight mode or whatever you want to call it. But I got hit, and it was like I went right, and I boxed. I did the opposite of my plan for 8 minutes when the whole plan for 2 months we trained was go left and mostly wrestle.
And instead you went right and boxed. Okay, well, tell me this. So when Conor he's got that left hand, and everybody knows he has it, but it's hard for me and everybody else to relate to. I see him do it on TV. It's so straight. It finds its mark all the time. But I don't know why. Eddie, does he set that thing up? Is it super fast? Why does that left hand always find his opponent's chin? Why?
It's not, he don't engage on it. He throws it off you. So it's the timing of it. And I don't even know. He might have landed in the back of my head. To be honest with you, the first shot, I had no clue what it was. I had no clue. I got hit, and my butt was on the ground. And I remember in my head going, what the fuck was that? I had no clue what the first shot I got dropped to was, but I think it was I threw and he threw at the same time. It was basically throw on throw. I threw, he threw, and I missed. His range was able to get me.
Wow. Yeah, see, it's so hard to tell, because that left hand is very sneaky by him. But I swear I don't know why. I don't see a setup. I trust there is one. I don't see it. And then to your point, he is waiting for his opponent to move. He did that same thing to Jose Aldo. It was on Jose moving. it's just hard for me to figure out. I'm watching his stance, and I don't quite buy the skill set. I'm watching him collect these belts, and I'm going, man, maybe there's something to learn here because this guy's figuring it out.
Yeah, it's the he does it real well. He throws on throw, and then he also changes it up where he'll let you throw and he'll rock back and then he'll counter. So he does it too. He does it all three ways. All three ways of engagement, he does it all three ways with that left hand, and he does well with it. And what bugs me about the whole thing is he didn't do anything that we didn't prepare for, and I have no one to blame but myself about it, and that's what kind of fucks me up about it and gets me angry because it'd be easier if I can go back to my coach and go, you son of a bitch, like we didn't
bad game plan.
You messed up, or you didn't tell me this was going to happen, or we literally got ready for all this, and I guess there's a difference between knowing and doing, and we knew, but I simply didn't execute.
So, and tell me one more thing. It looked like range was a bit of an issue for you. It looked like, because I knew you could go out there and wrestle him. I knew you could go out there and tackle him. I still know you can go out there, wrestle him, and tackle him whenever you want. But it did look like, Eddie, maybe you were 1 inch to 2 inches too far out. And so whenever you did change elevation or even reach for his leg, it just looked like you were a little bit too far away. Would you agree with that? Did he do a good job of establishing range?
All because I didn't go left. If I go left, his lead leg's right there for me to grab. If I go right, I'm going away from his lead leg. I literally dug my own grave. It sickens me. I watched the tape, and if you just go left, the lead leg becomes closer. My right hand finds its range. Everything that I do well begins to work. But I didn't. I went right, and it was sort of a death sentence. I've been getting on my thing like I threw the fight. People are telling me, "Oh, you threw the fight. You threw the fight. You threw the fight." I literally can understand these people's frustration with me and them telling me that, because when I watched the fight personally myself, I'm like, I did everything to lose this fucking fight. I did everything. I couldn't have done it any worse for myself. And I don't know if it was because I got buzzed in the beginning of the fight. I can't really put a finger on it, but I fumbled 10 times, and you can't win games fumbling.
Yeah, I hear you, man. And I am really sorry that happened to you. I think you're a better fighter. I thought you'd win that fight. I want to see a rematch. I'm like a lot of people. And Conor does have, and all respect to Conor, I hope nothing I just said sounded, look, he deserves his due, but I think you would agree with me. There are some guys that have a very unique style. Conor falls into that category. In my weight class, Lyoto Machida fell into that category. Now we're seeing at 170, with Stephen Thompson. But when you have these guys with a very unique style, sometimes you got to get a rematch. Sometimes it's really hard to figure that game out in some of those movements and motions, and Conor does them with that Jeet Kune Do. We don't see a lot of that. And sometimes it is so hard to beat those guys on the first try. But you want to go, geez, give me a second or a third try. And you know this from a wrestling background. You could get 2 or 3 shots at a guy over 2 or 3 months. In MMA, you may never see it again, when the reality is all you need to beat the guy is one more shot.
You're exactly right, and I'd love to. The thing is, it was hard enough getting that fight, and I did something really foolish. I fucked up big time, and I can't even say it's deserving. I blew it. I kind of blew it, and I'm hoping, that we can get a couple more really good fights and then get back in the title contention really soon. That wasn't a testament to who I am or how I fight. I just I had a bad night, terrible night. It was like a bad dream.
I agree. I fully agree. I mean, that's what I thought I saw too. So tell me this for the division though, because he left the 145s in total turmoil by leaving it, and I think they're going to strip him there. I think that's been pretty clear. They're going to let him enjoy both belts, get a little marketing, and then move on. So that would mean he stays at 155. Do you think that's accurate? Do you think he stays at 55, maybe takes on a Ferguson or a Khabib, or do you think he takes his oars out of the water? Pursues this Mayweather thing, maybe comes back and tries 170. I mean, what do you think he does?
What do I think he does? I think the biggest fight for him, Tony Ferguson is not a pay-per-view. That's not a draw. Nobody cares about that. I don't know how many people would care about Khabib. People would only really care if he fought for a third title. That would be fun. A lot of people would tune in for that.
Yeah.
If he fought for the 70, and what it does is he gives up this 45. He still has the 55. You don't have to defend that immediately, and he gets a chance to make more history and not really have to fight anyone in the division, not build his way through it, But I don't know if the UFC will allow him to do that.
Now, I used to laugh at that idea of Conor versus Woodley. And again, it's not a disrespect to Conor, but at some point size matters. I don't know that I'm laughing as much anymore. I mean, I don't know that I'm not going, yeah, I got to tune in. I imagine Woodley crushes him, but I don't know. What do you think? I mean, he could probably go with him.
I would hope people learn from what I did. I hope people don't. I don't know, man. This shit is so. I get so angry. I didn't get in any position I want to be in to be dominant. Just really frustrating. Really frustrating. I didn't do anything. I trained, and I was. My training was phenomenal. My walkout was confident. Everything seemed right, and it was all wrong. It's so weird how you could be focused and on point for 2-3 months, but if you're not for that 8 minutes or whatever it was inside the octagon, you can blow it all. So it's, I don't know, tough sport, man.
No, it's a dirty, rotten sport, man. And I know you've got some incredible memories, and I over time this will be a great memory too. But I get it. So let me ask you this. And again, I've been in your shoes. I know what the answer is, but let me ask you this. Where you're at right now, and there is a post-fight depression, but that even comes if you win. And even if you win, you could tell the people, yeah, but there's kind of still a letdown. You had this big moment, and you got to restart. So where is your mind at? Do you want to get right back in there, get an opponent, and move forward, or do you want to take a little bit of time and maybe revisit this in 2017?
Definitely going to be in 17. It's not going to be by the end of this year. I always fight for the holidays that way. I'm not, telling my kids I got to leave and stuff like that during Thanksgiving and during Christmas. I try to leave that for my family. So I'm gonna enjoy the holidays, probably train, but not have to make fighting the biggest priority in our lives right now. And then revisit it in 2017. But for me, I think for a lot of people, it's like, oh, it's a huge setback. For me, I sincerely am getting better. It sounds crazy. Didn't show in the fight, but I'm getting better being with Mark Henry and being with this team. I'm getting better every year that I fight, and shit, man, just wasn't a testament to what's going on in the gym and what's going on with me.
Yeah, definitely. And I hope you're not too down, Eddie. Eddie, let me remind you, but 5 days ago, you were the champion of the world. It's not as though you're in some huge rut right now, okay? You had a just make sure you're fair with yourself. I understand the contest didn't go your way, but 5 days ago, less than 1 week, you were the champion of the world. So don't let this hang your head, and don't let anybody get you down, man. We still know you were the champ, and it was just a minute ago. You will get back on that horse.